Hi guys, so today is November the 1st at 11:38 over here in the UK, and I just want to do a quick interpretation video incorporating the dates that we're already looking at, no new ones. So I think over here, this is the number 15 behind this character's head. If that's the case, then maybe this is 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4. And that could be corresponding dates. Now, the number 4, or the fourth character, seems to have this kind of crack or fissure in their head. And looking for corresponding information, obviously I pointed out the references to fours already, the four missiles here, or sorry, the four missile warheads that we have at the top here. You can't see it on this particular frame, but the reason for that is because I'm focusing on the house over here. I think the house is obviously a representation of a missile as well. If you take away the doors and the windows, you're left with the outline of a missile and the kind of fire around it. Again, another interpretation could be the 1 and the 3 could be connected to, joined together to mean 4. Um, I've already interpreted like the tongue over here as well, could be a VI, or IV, which could be 4. So there's a couple of possible references to the number 4 here, and I think it's connected with a missile launch of some kind. Even in this particular scene here, there's a reference to 4, 11 4 in particular, just here on the apple's leaf. So you've got 2 on one side and you've got 4 on the other side. I think that's represented again over here on the stag as well. You've got either 2 at the top and 4 at the bottom, or you've got 2 on one side and you've got 4 on the other side. So a reference to 11-4, again with this kind of flames reference. So I think my interpretation for that is I think North Korea is either going to launch or is going to be accused of launching a missile on November 4th. Seems unusual because obviously the time that we're in seems like there's peace and safety going on over there. But obviously, biblically, that's significant. Could be time for sudden destruction to come along while everyone's focusing on everything else. You know, plenty of things to focus on in terms of the midterms, lots of things being put out there to distract people. So it's possible it could come as a surprise, but not if you're paying attention. North Korea are preparing their missile nuclear test site for inspectors, and you know the idea is that they've been dismantling it, and that they're going to let the international inspectors in to obviously, see what they've done. But you could read that in another way. North Korea prepares nuclear test site um, for something, maybe. So I'm keeping an eye out for that. I think this scene that we have here is definitely the Korean Peninsula, and the girl I think is a representation of Korea as a whole, but coming from South Korea, so more of a representation of South Korea, and the fact that the skeleton's hand, which we all think has some connection to America or an American of some kind, is behind that figure reaching out a hand to their shoulder, kind of indicates that they they're connected in some way. And obviously, South Korea and the United States have joint military exercises and whatnot. Interestingly enough, no-fly zone has been expanded to 70 kilometers over South and North Korea. So, you can kind of read into that if you wish to. But at the moment, I'm just kind of focusing on 11-4, a missile launch of some kind. The theory that I was running with for a long time last year was North Korea launches a nuclear missile into the Pacific Ocean, and that in turn affects Kilauea, or at least that's what they say will affect Kilauea. Obviously we've talked about the other possibilities um, in that regard. The next thing obviously would be the Helena slump, the landslide, and the tsunami that would ensue in the Pacific Ocean going towards the west coast. So in this scene here, it looks as if this is the Korean Peninsula, then it's already been pointed out that these rocks here look like rib cage. So it's possible that we're looking at North Korea having been destroyed after launching that missile. And I've often said that I believe that these tanks are Chinese, reminiscent of the Tiananmen Square issue, where the student ran out in front of the tanks and stood in front of them. Um, so I think after this has happened to North Korea, that's when China comes through. Sometime after, my interpretation for all of that stuff happening is around the 15th, which is obviously the connection to kind of the color, the death, and the last figure that they've got there. Um, Obviously, again, I don't know if any of this is going to happen, but North Korea, as I said, are preparing a nuclear test site for inspectors. That can be read either way. We're coming up to um, the elections on November 6th, so if this is November 4th and this is November 5th, I think we've got the North Korean missile launch, the earthquake and the effect on Kilauea, the tsunami that ensues. Looks like if they put it directly in front of the 6th, then maybe it actually comes on um, election day, and maybe something connected with Donald Trump as well. And then we've gone to the 7th, where there still seems to be some connection with the tsunami. Obviously, if it came on the 6th, then the next day is going to be pretty much what they're depicting there. We've got the 8th, the 9th, the 10th, 11th, and again, other references that may indicate that this is the way that these figures should be read is you possibly have the number 15 over here, you possibly have the representation of the number 11 above what could be the 11th day in terms of the character figure. You've got the number 7 here on the leg of the character that could be the 7th day. So there may be some corresponding information there, but looking out for it, obviously looking at it this way means that I don't think anything's going to occur tomorrow on the 2nd, or either the 3rd, but the 4th through to the 15th looks like maybe something's going to happen that time. So I'll keep my eyes open. I'll keep analyzing, and if I come up with something different,